In a cozy little cottage at the edge of Whispering Woods lived a young rabbit named Pip. Unlike other rabbits who loved carrots and lettuce, Pip had a rather unusual dream. He wanted to become a baker. Every morning, he would watch through the bakery window as Mr. Bear created the most wonderful treats that filled the forest with delicious aromas. One day, while Pip was doing his usual morning hop around the village, he noticed a sign on the bakery door. Assistant baker needed. All forest friends welcome. His heart skipped a beat. This was his chance. But there was one tiny problem. Rabbits weren't known for baking. In fact, most forest animals would laugh at the very idea. Still, Pip gathered all his courage and pushed open the heavy wooden door. The little bell above tinkled softly as he entered. "Mr. Bear," he called out nervously, I saw your sign, and I would love to learn how to bake." Mr. Bear, covered in flour from head to toe, peered down at the tiny rabbit. His expression was serious at first, but then it melted into a warm smile. Well, what a surprise. But tell me, little one, why would a rabbit want to be a baker?" Pip's ears drooped slightly, but he stood tall. "Because," he said firmly, "every time I smell your fresh bread and cookies, it makes me happy. And I want to make others happy too." Mr. Bear scratched his chin thoughtfully. "That's quite a good reason. But baking isn't easy, you know. It takes patience, precision, and..." He paused dramatically. "Very clean paws." Pip held up his spotless paws proudly. "I'm ready to learn everything." And so began Pip's adventure in the bakery. The first few days were challenging. His tiny paws struggled with the big mixing bowls, and he often got flour all over himself, looking like a snow rabbit. But Pip never gave up. One morning, while Mr. Bear was teaching Pip how to make cinnamon rolls, something unexpected happened. The annual forest festival was approaching, and Mrs. Fox, the festival organizer, burst into the bakery in tears. "Oh, Mr. Bear," she cried. "The festival's grand cake maker is sick. Whatever shall we do?" Before Mr. Bear could respond, Pip hopped forward. "We could help," he suggested eagerly. Mr. Bear looked uncertain. This was the biggest event of the year. But seeing Pip's determination, Mr. Bear agreed. "We'll do it together," he said, patting Pip's head. For the next 3 days, Pip and Mr. Bear worked tirelessly. They created the most magnificent cake the forest had ever seen. 5 tiers of golden goodness, decorated with woodland flowers made of sugar and tiny mushroom cookies around the base. When the festival day arrived, everyone gathered around as the cake was unveiled. At first, there were whispers of surprise when they learned a rabbit had helped make it. But as soon as they tasted it, their doubts turned to delight. "This is the best festival cake ever," declared Old Wise Owl, and everyone agreed. From that day forward, no one questioned whether a rabbit could be a baker. Pip's dream had come true, and he continued to work alongside Mr. Bear, creating happiness one treat at a time. And you know what the best part was? Every evening, Pip would bring home fresh cookies to share with his family, and they would sit together, enjoying the treats and sharing stories about their day. So remember, little ones, whether you're a rabbit who wants to bake, a bear who wants to dance, or anything else your heart desires, don't let anyone tell you it's impossible. With determination, hard work, and a kind heart, any dream can come true. Now close your eyes and imagine what wonderful dreams await you in your sleep. Perhaps you'll dream of fresh baked cookies, or maybe you'll have adventures of your own. Sweet dreams, little ones, sweet dreams.